Why am I differentiating him because he's black? Why am I going to discriminate because of someone's skin color?
It's great. I think that's awesome. I feel the same.
So you're already connecting yourself to Islamic principles. Creating artificial difference between skin color and so on. That's not how your heart and mind is configured in this way. You will say like, why am I differentiating him because he's black, for example? So when you have a system in God says black and white has no relevance.
Yes.
Yeah? English and Chinese has no relevance. All that matters is how conscious you are of God and how righteous of you are in your deeds with God. You would say that's the way to live. That's the best way to conduct our lives. Because why am I going to discriminate because of someone's skin color, someone's ethnicity, someone's race or language? Or do you see that? That's what Islam does. When you look into Islam, it will give you the best way of living. And
so all people are equal in Islam?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. I think that's awesome. I feel the same.
So you're already connecting yourself to Islamic principles.
Yes.
Islam says that you should really be responsible for your actions rather than blaming on someone else. So you should do the work and so on rather than being lazy. So no gambling, because that's the sign of laziness,
yes,
irresponsibility, and greed. You will say, makes sense. I should really work, and then I will enjoy what I've worked and the reward that I get at the end of the day because of my labor. Then I'm fulfilled and content of that. So Islam wants to make us active rather than lazy. Does it click? Does it sound right?
I mean, these all sound like very sound ideas, based in good moral backbone. So I commend you for what you're saying.
So that's what I'm saying. If you haven't thought about Islam yet, perhaps it's time to explore about it.
Okay.
Explore about Islam, what we believe about God and about this life and afterlife, and what we believe about ourselves and our purpose of existence.
If
do you have a background?
Yeah, but I was curious. You said there's heaven and hell. So if you don't convert to Islam, are you going to hell?
Not everyone goes to hell. The ones who are stubborn and arrogant and
yes,
reject the truth while knowing it,
yeah,
they're the ones that go to hell.
What about people who never had the opportunity to be exposed to Islam? Will they go to hell, like a Fijian person in the year 900, or someone who lived in some place that never had any exposure to Islam? Are they
Beautiful
still going
question.
to hell?
Beautiful question. Islam, through the Quran and the prophetic statement, answer this question. Two things. Firstly, God does not punish anyone, any community, any nation, until a warner or a messenger is sent to them,
yes,
telling them what is required of them. Number one principle.
Yep.
So, because he's just, he doesn't punish anyone until someone comes and tells them this is what you're supposed to do or not.
Yes.
Secondly, all communities, nations had been sent a warner. Okay?
Yeah.
So now we know from this that everyone had a warner. There might be times when there is called the fatra, the intermissions between two prophets at that time. So the people would be question of the use of the intellect at that point. If there was not a direct guidance through a prophet and a messenger, or whatever they had has been somehow corrupted and diluted and transfigured in a way that is not recognizable as the original truth, they still have the faculty of intellect. They need to use their intellect in a sound manner, and if they did, then they will not end up in hell. Quran tells that very clearly. If you used your sound intellect, you would not lead a life like this, which deserve you go to hellfire. Rather, you would be a worshipper of God. You will say you have some kind of belief system in a supreme being, and you will say that's the one being who is worthy of our worship and so on, even though there's no one to tell you about that.
Yes. All right. Well, it sounds like everything you have to say is very fair.
Yeah. We say there's nothing worthy of worship except the one who created us. This tree, the sun and the moon that you see over there, nothing is worthy of worship. They are all creation. The one who deserves our worship, which worship is a very loaded word.
Yeah.
Think about worship as showing your ultimate gratitude, not only your thankfulness and your reverence, but your gratitude. Yeah, all your praise and gratitude, because the one who is worthy of that. So, for example, if someone helped you so much, you're going to be thankful with them, right? You will say, "I'm so thankful for you for what you've done." This is an appreciation of that person's worth, because that person has done that to you. You'd say, "I thank you for that." We say, the Creator, God, has created us, given us all of this, and the means to sustain our life and so on. We should be naturally grateful and thankful to our Creator. The air that you breathe in, you could have just left it there, and then there's only one place where you can go and breathe and say, and you live. Given you air, free air in this earth, right? He has given you water to drink, to make yourself living. Yeah. So He may give you the mechanism inside to digest food and to convert that into energy. Your stomach, your liver, your kidneys, all of that, whole system in there. We should be thankful. So our natural response is of this gratitude and thankfulness. So what we are saying is we should worship God because He's worthy of worship. Nothing else is worthy of worship. This tree is not worthy of worship. The tree did not give me life and the sustenance. It's there by God to help me have all the sustenance around me. So it is really unfair to worship the creation instead of the Creator. So the message of Islam is simple. You don't worship anyone and everyone or anything or everything.
Yes.
You only worship God only, none else. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. You're a great communicator. Do you have some sort of academic background in public speaking or in debating?
Nope.
No, just
I mean,
just being yourself.
You can have training and courses to help you and so on, of course.
Yes.
People do that all the time in their everyday working. You know, if you work in a particular, a field of work, whatever work you're doing, you need to communicate. Of course, this comes with training within that. So it's not something that's rocket science. Everyone learns and communicates.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Yeah.
I enjoy listening to you, and I'm going to just continue on and see what else I can learn today.
Sure. But continue asking questions. The next step is about how can we confirm Prophet Muhammad is the messenger of God? Because we assert prophets and messengers and warners came to nations in the past, right? But a final messenger came. His name is Muhammad, who came in Arabia. It's not unusual that he came from Arabia because many prophets and messengers came from Middle East. Okay, Moses from the Middle East, Jesus from the Middle East. Okay, it's not unusual to expect someone from the Middle East. And the Quran that he brought, the final book from God, was in Arabic. So the role that you and I have of our mind is to confirm that this is the message from our Creator as the final guidance from us. I mean, that would have been my next step to speak to you, but you're more than welcome to go and
I want to experience everything the
Sure.
has to offer.
But they will be. I don't have. Anyone have a copy of the Quran that we can give it to you? Can read? It's available.
I can
in the
get
internet
it.
and so on. Yeah. But do reflect, and then we can perhaps talk again.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. You take care.
I'm going to look for you online.
Sure. There's a channel called Dawa Wise. It's our channel, so you can log into that. You take care, my friend. See you later.